In today's YouTube video, guys, we're going to be taking a look at the new top 5 most overpowered weapons here after the Season 1 update here in Modern Warfare 3. Now, in this update, they have changed a lot of weapons and also a lot of the attachments. So, there is a new list, and with this video, I guarantee I will help you increase your KD, get more kills, and help you get your first MGB nuke. So, if you guys are new here and find this video to help you, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel with noties on, and let's get into it. Now, for our first weapon in today's video, we have the Holger 556. Now, this weapon is super good. I'm sure a lot of you guys know that already, and if you don't, this weapon was banned in the competitive scene. You cannot use it in rank play when it comes out. This weapon is super broken, and that's why it was banned in the competitive scene. Now, with this update, they did not touch this weapon at all, so it's still very, very good. Still a top 3 weapon, and I think it's still the best assault rifle in the game right now. But with this build, what we're going to be starting off with here first, guys, is the magazine, and we're adding on the 40-round mag. Now, this weapon, I feel like all weapons actually need a larger magazine size because we know how the health is, and we know how slow the time to kill can be. We're going to add some extra bullets to our weapon here. We're going to be adding on the 40-round mag for our first attachment here. Now, we're going to jump over here to the underbarrel next, and we're going to go over here into the vertical grips, and what we're going to be adding on is the Bruin Pivot Vertical Grip. Now, this is the best attachment here in Modern Warfare 3 for recoil control under the underbarrel attachments here. Now, if you don't have this attachment, you can run the Ryan 3. I would say this is the second best, but like I've been saying in my videos, the Pivot Grip is the best one, and also vertical grips here are meta here in Modern Warfare 3 for the underbarrel selection, so we are going to be adding on the Pivot Grip for our next attachment here. Now, for the muzzle, we're going to be adding on the VT7 Spitfire suppressor. Now, this is my new favorite suppressor to use in the game. Although it does hurt the weapon with its handling, you could run the Shadow Strike suppressor if you really wanted to. You know, there's no cons to that. It's still really good. But honestly, for me, I will take a hit on the handling since the Holger 556 does have some high handling. You know, the sprint to fire speed's okay still. The aim down sight speed's okay. And even the aim walking steadiness. But what we're getting for the weapon is we're getting more damage range. We're getting a faster time to kill. Our bullets are traveling faster, they're traveling further, we're getting better recoil control, and also we're still staying under off the radar, which is really good, and this is why we're going to be running it. Now, for the barrel, we're going to be adding on the Banner 80 light barrel. Now, this attachment here is going to help with more mobility and handling, just helping us be more aggressive, getting around the map faster, getting into more engagements, get those high kill games, but also allowing us to be more aggressive with that aim down sight speed and sprint to fire speed, which I think is important, so we will be adding this on. And then for my final attachment, guys, we are going to the optic. Now, when it comes to optics, I do know everyone has their favorite optic, but if you don't know what to run, I do recommend the Slate Reflector, but there is so many good choices, so you just have to try it out and find your favorite optic. Now, for our second weapon, guys, we have the Bas B. This is a battle rifle. I'm sure a lot of you guys have used it already. It's one of the best weapons in the game, and it's personally one of my favorite weapons in the game right now. But this works like more of an assault rifle, in my opinion. It has a high handling, really good damage range, and fire rate. Just one of the best weapons in the game. And with this build, I personally feel like you do need a larger magazine size, since the base magazine size is only 20. So what we're going to be doing is going to the magazine and adding on the 45-round mag. We're never just going to have to reload every time we get a kill or two, and if you're trying to be aggressive, be in people's faces, you don't want to slow down and have to reload all the time. This is going to stop that, so we are going to be adding on the 45-round mag for our first attachment here. Now, for our second attachment, guys, we're going to go to the underbarrel, and again, we're going to the vertical grips, and we're going to be adding on the Pivot Vertical Grip. This can help with a 2-tick gun kick control, a 2-tick vertical recoil control, some aiming out of sway, and some aiming stability. Now, with this weapon having a fast fire rate, this weapon does like to jump a lot, so we are going to fix that with this attachment, make it a lot better, more smooth, very calm. So we will be adding this on for our second attachment here. Now, for the muzzle, we again are going to be adding on the VT7 Spitfire suppressor, a really good suppressor. We're going to bring up that time to kill, make our bullet travel further, the damage up, the bullet velocity is faster and everything, and also we have recoil control and being more stealthy. This is one of my favorite attachments, so we are going to be adding it on as well. Now, we are going to skip the barrel and the laser and go to the optic again, and I'm going to actually put y'all on a new optic here, which I like using for the Bas B, and that is going to be the Niter Model 2023. This is the circled red dot. It's really fun to use. It's really nice. It is from Vanguard, which I'm sure most of these are, but this attachment is super fun to use for optics. If you didn't know it was in the game, all you have to do is go all the way over to the right, and there's actually some optics that you have to unlock. It's only 2 games. You can win them or do the armory unlock. packs, which are the daily challenges. But I have to say, honestly, that the Niter Model 2023 is a really fun attachment to use, so make sure to have it on. And then for my final attachment, guys, we are going to the stock, and we're going to be adding on the Ravage 20 Heavy stock for that 2-tick gun kick control, a 2-tick recoil control, and some firing aiming stability. Now, for my next weapon, guys, we do have the MCW on this list. Now, I know I said that the Holger is better than this weapon, but it's still a top 5 weapon. You cannot argue with me about that. This weapon is still very good. But with this build, no recoil at all, and you're going to have a fast time to kill you guys will love. And with this build, what we're going to be starting off with here, guys, is the ammunition type. And we're going to be adding on the NATO high grain rounds. We're getting a faster time to kill. Our bullets are traveling faster. They're traveling further. You really can't beat that on the MCW. So make sure to add this on for your first attachment here. Now, for our next attachment, we're going to go to the underbarrel here, go back to the vertical grips, and we're going to be adding on the Bruin Pivot Grip. A really good attachment here. You're getting gun kick control, vertical recoil control, aiming idle sway, and firing aiming stability. This will probably be the best grip in the game if this even is allowed in rank play once rank play comes out. This will probably even be my rank play build for the MCW if some of these attachments are usable, but make sure to have on the pivot vertical grip for your next attachment here. Now, we are going to jump up to the barrel here next and add on the MCW Cyclone Long Barrel, a very good attachment here. We're getting a 3-tick bull velocity and range, we're getting a 2-tick firing aiming stability, and we're also getting a 2-tick aiming auto sway. Not too important, but the main thing is going to be that recoil control and that bull velocity and that range. Our bullets are traveling lightning quick, they're traveling a lot further, really good for the MCW, and also our weapon is very steady, very calm. Again, you really can't beat that, so we are going to be adding this on. Now, for the optic, I feel like a lot of people probably do not like the iron sights. Unfortunately, they are good, but I do prefer running a red dot sight on my build, which my go-to is a slate reflector. But like I say, when I talk about optics, choose whatever you like. There's so many good options in this game, from Modern Warfare 2 optics to Modern Warfare 3. But like I say all my time, slate reflector is just a really good attachment. And then for my final attachment, guys, we are going to the stock, and again adding on the Regal Heavy stock. This can up with a 2-tick recoil control, a 2-tick gun kick control, and we are getting some stacked sands. But like I said, it's not really that important, but make sure to have this on as well. Now, for my next weapon, guys, we have the DG56 Assault Rifle. Now, this is a 3-round burst weapon. It's really good, and even at the beginning of Modern Warfare 3, people were saying this is the best gun in the game. It had one of the fastest time to kills. They did nerf it, but it's still a very good weapon still. And for my build, what we're going to be starting off with here first, guys, is going to be the optic, just because of how bad the iron sights are. I am not a fan of them. Maybe if they were a little bit more open, that would be a different story, but it's too clunky. It's hard to see out of. In my opinion, they're just super ugly. So what we're going to be doing is adding on a slate reflector, but like I say, there's a lot of good choices in this game for optics, so choose whatever that you like here. Now, we are going to go over here to the barrel next and add on the CDG T25 light barrel. Now, we are getting a 2-tick bull velocity and range. We're going to increase that range. We're going to increase that bull velocity. We have aim walking steadiness, aim walking movement speed, and movement speed. We're working on some accuracy. We're working on some range and some damage and mobility. Important things right there: moving faster around the map, being more fluent, moving faster while aimed down sights, and also allowing our bullets to travel faster and further, which is always good. Now, for the muzzle, we are going to be adding on the Spitfire suppressor again. Now, with 3-round burst weapons, my goal is to make it as much damage as possible so we can get those consistent 1 burst 1 kills. Since we are running a high magazine, we're not going to be running one, so we do need to get those consistent 1 burst 1 kills, so we're never going to have to follow up with shots. It's not going to slow us down, so we are going to be adding on a Spitfire suppressor for extra damage, better recoil control, faster bull velocity, and we're being undetectable on radar, so we're being stealthy, which is always good here. Now, we are going to jump down to the ammunition type, and we're going to be adding on the NATO high grain rounds for that 2-tick bull velocity and damage range. Again, working on that damage, so our bullets are hitting harder like a truck, giving us a faster time to kill, helping our bullets travel much further and much faster with that bull velocity. And then for my final attachment, guys, we are going to the rear grip and adding on the steady grip for that firing aiming stability, gun kick control, and recoil control, just because with this weapon, it's a lot different from other burst firing weapons. There is no delay whatsoever in between the shots, so you can spam this weapon and it has crazy recoil, and this will calm it down. Now for our final weapon in today's video, guys, we have the M4 Assault Rifle from Modern Warfare 2. Now, I wouldn't add this weapon on if it didn't get any crazy changes or anything, but here in the Season 1 update, this weapon actually got a crazy buff, which makes this weapon super nice against the Modern Warfare 3 meta. Now, what we're going to be taking a look at here first, guys, is the barrel, and we're going to be adding on the High Tower 20-inch barrel. Now, like I said in all my Modern Warfare 2 videos when uploading the M4, if you're not running this barrel, you're making your M4 class wrong. You need to have this attachment on. It's going to increase that range, and as you guys see here, we're getting a 3-tick range and bull velocity, and with that bull velocity, we're already getting some extra range. So now with this weapon, we have really good damage, really good fire rate, and crazy range, which is really good, and we're also getting a lot of recoil control, which is always good as well. So make sure to have this on for your first attachment. Now, for the muzzle, I'll give you two options. We have the VT7 Spitfire Suppressor again. If you want to work on that damage range, the recoil smoothness actually works in this game. I feel like suppressors actually have recoil smoothness now, but if you don't want to run this, you can actually go over here to the compensators, and you can add on the Stir 45 Sky Fury compensator for that 3-tick recoil control, which I'll be choosing over that suppressor. We can be loud, throw on a UAV and a counter, you'll be fine, but this attachment here is just going to calm the weapon down a lot. 30-tick recoil control is really good, so make sure to have this on. Now for the underbarrel, we are going to be adding on the MSP 98 hand stop grip. We're going to work on some mobility and some recoil control here. Vertical recoil control, gun kick control, aim walking movement speed, and movement speed. Helping us be more aggressive around the map, just being very aggressive for those high kill games and everything. Very important. Now with this weapon having a fast fire, we are going to be adding on a magazine, and that's going to be the 45 round mag. You could probably get away with the 60 if you really wanted to, but we're going to keep the 45 round mag on. I don't think we need that many bullets here. We don't want to make it into more of an LMG, so we are going to keep the 45 round mag on just to help us not have to reload every time we get a kill or two. And then for my final attachment, guys, we are going to the rear grip, and we're going to be adding on the Sakin ZX grip for just a little bit more gun kick control and recoil control, making this weapon very smooth and easy to control. But those are my top 5 best loadouts here after the Season 1 update here in Modern Warfare 3. But like I said in the intro, I do guarantee with these builds, you're going to increase that KD, get more kills, help you get your first MGB nuke, and also help you level up. But let me know in the comment section, what is your favorite build out of all of these, and also let me know if you use any of these builds, what was your highest kill game. But guys, thank you so much for watching. You guys stay safe, and I'll see you on the next one.